Hey, listen, I'm all about gay. Love will love. Just like your wife, like
So the point that you think you're making, you're not making because it's not just a
Should he be in a women's jail? Should that guy be in a women's jail?
I don't know that I would need to
Kids be
know
safe in
about
school,
that.
period. Doesn't matter what gender, what race,
why not?
what color, what gang, anything. Kids should be safe.
These are bullshit. You don't care. Women get raped by these rapist men.
Okay?
I don't care for that.
Should all be handled out.
You don't. I was naked. I didn't need my teacher grooming me and telling me what my sexuality was. I grew up and I learned my years. Where have you heard teachers telling somebody?
Oh, believe me, I ask that all the time.
Should he definitely be?
You get paid.
You're ignorant. Like one in a trillion chance of that happening. No, that's all a little trans. Instead you take a gay kid, and then you tell them that they're the opposite sex. You're working up their whole bodies for the rest of their lives because you want to sell some delusional bullshit. Big pharma bullshit. That's what you're about. Reality doesn't matter to you. It's just feelings, and they go pay big pharma.
Bye! Goodbye!
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's no talking to you, so.
Because you're not listening.
Oh no, I hear you. I disagree.
You don't care. You disagree that men should be in women's prison.
Do you feel that you come across a little crazy?
I am not crazy. I am factual.
Okay, but you act unhinged, so your
Oh, you're just
delivery is
calling a
not
woman
helping
unhinged for talking to me. This is what you all do.
women. I was just talking.
I'm a woman.
It's
I know exactly what I am. And I know exactly
your
what you are.
approach personally.
No,
I
it's
was
the reality.
talking to the gentleman over here just fine. It's your approach is very
You're woke
unhinged.
bullshit.
Okay.
Woke bullshit. All of my feelings, all my unicorns. I'm so oppressed because I fucking put on a dress. I'm a little boy. But then you fucking go cheat the little girls and go into the little
I'm a
bathrooms.
little worried about you.
Nothing to be worried about.
Okay.
It's your children that have something to worry about.
Okay.
You know why? Because you're gonna put men in her bathrooms.
Okay. Are you alright?
I'm gonna write before you do it.
Have a lovely day. We can disagree on this.
It's not a disagreement. It's delusion. And you want everybody else by law to fucking play along.
No, absolutely I don't. I'm not saying anybody has to play along with anything. I'm just saying that
In schools,
individuals
you want
have
them
the
to
right to express themselves without being told that a teacher is going to lose their job if they acknowledge somebody else's family situation that might have two parents in a public way. They shouldn't be afraid of losing their job. That's
It
ridiculous.
had nothing to do with being gay. You know it's had nothing to do with being gay. You're just using that as a shield so you can play your little delusions.
You don't even know me.
Because you're pro-trans and look what you're doing to your kid. You're bringing them up to do some protest. It's sad.
You're literally at a protest yourself.
I'm not bringing a child into this.
Well, I mean, I don't. You just screamed in a child's face. I don't think you should really be around many children personally.
They shouldn't be at a protest.
I disagree. I think that more children should be at protests. I think the world would be a better place if more children
Or use a
were at
shield
protests.
so that no one can actually.
My children will never.
I
be
don't
shielded.
I don't
Will be
believe a
my
man
children
should play
shielded.
girls' sports.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not
She's gonna give away all the
okay.
rights to fucking her
that's
future.
what made
Face
you-
That's
off
right.
or
But
faith
you'll
things.
notice I stayed over here and let you guys do your thing
Yeah, I mean, I'll be
because I stayed over here. I didn't come over there trying
You
to
gotta
be
say I'm
aggressive
very
with
good,
you
though.
guys. Y'all came over
Safe.
here.
You'll be safe. Let's hit
I
that
appreciate
guy.
Oh no, you're gonna cancel people, and you're not aggressive. You just think you have the power.
I don't think I could cancel you if I wanted to. I'm not worried
The whole
about
trans
it.
cult does it.
I
You
don't
hide
know
behind
who
this
you
fake
are. How can I
nice.
possibly cancel
What
you?
are your reasons for coming out here to protest? We've already heard. We know
She's gonna
that
go
side, but what is?
No,
well,
wait,
what
what's
brings you
your
out? What you?
We're
what-
podcasters.
Yeah, we're
What brings you
podcasters.
What brings you out here
Honestly,
today?
the reason that we're out here is simply because we heard that a bunch of people were coming here, a lot of people from out of state that don't represent Florida, to make people that are, to make people that are members of the LGBTQ community
There's no
feel
such thing as LGBT.
unwelcome.
There's only gay, lesbian, and bi.
Thank you for your
I just want to hear her out here. Dad.
The rest is made up.
Dad, just go to the chat.
And I personally feel that everybody should be welcome in Florida. We all feel that way, so we wanted to come out and show that this is not a representation of the state, that we appreciate the tourists that come in, we appreciate everybody, and that they're welcome at Disney and they're welcome at the parks here, and that this hatred and bigotry that was coming out does not
Facts.
represent my home state.
Facts.
So I just want to say this. Me and her over here, me and my friend, we're both co-hosts of a podcast.
Okay.
We're both former liberals. and we actually do respect people's pronouns. We expect people's right to express themselves.
We appreciate that.
I've been to many pride parades. I've lived in Thailand. I have transgender friends.
Okay.
So to be honest, let people live their life. I don't really give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. We stayed on this
I'm
side.
very libertarian when it comes to
and
that.
we were like,
My only issue is the bill has been slandered. It's not a don't say gay bill. The bill doesn't even say the word gay once.
No, it doesn't. I agree. It doesn't.
It just says don't discuss sexuality or gender, including straight relationships
But here's the thing.
with children.
But here's the thing. They're still going to read stories to kids that have a mom and a dad. They're still going to talk about straight figures in history. But those same teachers are now afraid to read a story that has two dads or two moms, or bring up any homosexual figure in history because if a child asks a question and they answer that question, they might lose their job. That's the problem.
Where in the bill does it say that though?
The union of men and women.
There's going to be state approved
Children are
messaging.
still raised in all sorts of families.
But as long as the messaging is state approved, they will
we're
allow
not talking
it. They
about
will allow it.
the reproduction.
But doesn't that kind of like
But
you're
no,
kind of
you're
grooming them though?
talking absolutely not. Because if you're saying children are products of the union of men and women, you're not talking about literal the act of sex. And that is not something that third graders should be learning about. We just discussed it.
But that's a fact, though. That's a fact. I'm not being homophobic.
No, I agree. That is a fact. That it's a female and a male that generally it has to make a baby. But
Not generally, it's only
no,
a
I
male
said
and
biological
female.
sex is different than gender.
it's
That's what I
only-
said. But the point is, when a female and male make a baby, that baby isn't necessarily going to be raised by a female and male. In our society, that baby might be raised by any sort of family situation. And now there are going to be a lot of teachers that are uncomfortable recognizing those family situations that might even be the situations of students themselves.
And what about parents? What role do they play in shaping their kids when it comes to teaching their kids about sex and gender?
My personal opinion, I think that the role of parents is simply to support your child. Children know who they are. They figure it out on their own. They're
But
very
they believe in
smart
Santa Claus at the
kids.
same time too, though.
Exactly.
So you put these thoughts in their head, they might
Sexist
believe you.
idea. Here's the thing.
Gender is sexism.
They're malleable.
Sexism.
Here's the thing.
They're impressionable.
Absolutely. And if I turned around to my kid and said, hey, you're gay and you're straight and you're trans, that would be wrong. But that's not what's
But
happening.
the parents are doing that. It's all over
And
TikTok.
teachers are doing that.
Oh, wow. It's all over TikTok. There's good news for you.
TikTok's a mass reach vehicle, and these videos are getting millions of views. So
But
it
if
is
you see it
being.
on the internet, doesn't mean that that's like the norm.
Well, it's
The
becoming.
normal
That's the problem. Is it's
situation.
becoming
Okay,
the
but do you
norm.
acknowledge that far more straight, cisgendered, more conservative parents are reality? Okay, thank you. Are telling their children that maybe actually are gay, that maybe actually are trans, and are telling them, no, you're not. You were born this way. That's who you are. No, you're not. You're straight because you believe in
That's
this
a problem,
religion.
too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Male and a female, you're
that
straight.
can
I
happen.
think both sides, the groomers on the left
Absolutely.
and the
Oh,
ultra
there are bad
conservatives on the
people.
right,
There are bad
are
people
both
on all
being
sides.
on bad side.
It's
Yeah.
silly. It's silly when you use groomers on the left, but you won't say groomers on the right because there's a ton
There's groomers
of
on the right
groomers on
too,
the right.
but in this specific
Well,
topic we're
there's
talking
probably
about.
way more on the right. But the point
I would
is
actually
that,
disagree with that.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
We respectfully agree.
Just-
Highly
I
disagree.
mean,
I'm not
my
up for that.
concern would be like, in a sense, like hypersexualization, normalization at a
Oh,
young
and
age.
you shouldn't
And
be.
I have a question just in the sense, like, you have your right to raise your child as you please, but like, in my opinion, I don't have children, but like, her outfit's very sexy. How would you respond?
I would say if my child doesn't have any part of their body showing that shouldn't be seen, if you see it as sexy, I mean, that's kind of on you. I see it as like, I'm sorry that you were raised in such a restrictive environment that you were taught showing something like your arms or your legs is sexualization of women, and I'm sorry for you.
Or men too. I mean, if it's too much exposure,
He's showing
kid.
his arms. Is he too sexy?
He's
some
an
women,
adult.
I'd be
Okay,
fair,
okay,
yeah, it's
there's
just
There's
some
a
women.
difference between
With a boy
when
in
an
a
adult
black
versus
tank
a
top
child
like
is
this. No, absolutely.
exposed. That's
A boy in a
yeah.
black tank top just like this, would that be too sexy?
If it's a child exposing
My
like
chest
sexual
is not
parts.
exposed right now.
Yeah,
It's
sexual,
just
like what's considered sexual parts and stuff. So, well, it's
No sexual
like little booty shorts, that kind of stuff.
But you cannot
so-
see anything. They're shorts and she's a child.
Well,
You're
it's
choosing to...
suggestive.
I would say it's suggestive.
You do understand that the term suggestive basically means that you're choosing to interpret something some way. That's a you thing. That's something you need to look
That's
inside
a society
yourself.
thing.
No, that's
not
you.
me thing.
There's something called
You have
reality.
to look inside
reality is
yourself.
self-selective.
Yeah, it's not
Reality
me.
is not self-selective.
You have to look inside yourself and say, why am I looking at a child and thinking,
Oh, I'm not. I'm
suggesting
saying that's
something
what
sexual
most people
with
are
this
going to
outfit.
look at and see.
I think it's too sexy. Like,
If you see
I
a
mean,
child
I
in
would.
lingerie, it's like, whoa. That's
I
Let them
wouldn't.
do the
I
pedophile.
wouldn't have my
what's the
kid in
problem
too
then?
much of a
Okay, but
exposing
then-
too much kid, but that's just how I would be.
But then is the problem, if it's society, according to you, then is the problem her
and the clothes being worn, or is the problem society?
Look, I'm not a parent.
Oh no, come on, it's your podcast.
I'm not a parent.
No, is the problem the child or is the problem society and how society is viewing it?
I just don't think it's appropriate dress. I
think
mean, like if you're going to a work
Right.
environment, there's a difference between an adult dressing sexy versus a child being sexy.
That's fine, you said
And there's
that
too
already.
many.
No, you
I think
said
it's
that.
parenting.
You're being repetitive.
And then
I
we have-
understand.
we
You don't
have-
be redundant. I completely
I
understand.
just
your
think
point.
it comes down to
What I'm
parenting.
saying
Yeah,
is, I'm just
there's
asking
more.
the
There's
question.
like
Since
it's
you
not that it's
volunteer-
right, but there's
Yeah,
more
that's my
risks
answer. I think it
also
comes
when
down
it.
to parenting. That's all.
Yeah.
No, it does come down
I
to
just feel that there's
parenting.
more risks
And
also
my-
when it comes to
Like, I would've
a
let
child
my
becoming
child wear certain
becoming
things.
sexually
No, 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 no.
For you
active.
to let an unborn child wear certain things other than like a uterus because they're an unborn child. That's your statement.
I'm speaking rhetorically, but I would have let my child wear
That's not a
certain
rhetorical
outfits.
statement. That was just a weird statement.
Oh,
There's
my
not one
un- my
rhetorical
unborn
reason.
Like
child.
if, in a sense, like if you're dressing sexy, you might be
think you might be
start
non-existent.
engaging in
And you're
sexy
attracting the attention of
activity.
certain people. If you're, if your child dressed a certain way, you're going to attract the attention
So
of
you
bad
believe,
people.
so you believe in like victim blaming?
I'm not a
No,
victim.
no,
blaming.
that's
Bad
not
people
victim
exist.
blaming.
If a woman
It's,
dresses
bad
a certain
people
we
way-
just don't want
I know,
we
bad
don't want
people exist.
anything to happen.
I mean, look around. Bad people exist. I get that. We're surrounded by bad people right now. I'm
Who are
not
the
gonna
bad-
raise
who are
my
the bad people
children. I believe that people that were on megaphones shouting cuss words and telling my children to go to hell are the bad people.
I wouldn't tell a child to go to hell.
Yeah.
I didn't say you would.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
asked them bad
No, I would
people were.
disagree
They
with
were
them
literally
saying
on
that.
megaphones.
Yeah, we would disagree with telling a child to go to
speak
hell.
against that too. We condemn that behavior. Yeah, we're not extremists, by the way. We love Trump, but we're moderates because we're former liberals. we're not.
If you love Trump, you're not a moderate.
Yes, we are.
You can be a former liberal.
I just
and
told
become
you
a
I support
full
trans
conservative.
people and go to pride parades. That's pretty liberal.
That's
Conservatives
like the
don't do
I
that.
have a black friend argument.
No, it's not at all.
You can't.
I've been an
support
ally for a long time in the gay
that
community.
An ally would not vote for somebody that's going to harm.
Trump's the first
that
president to
person.
go into his presidency accepting gay marriage.
That's-
Biden spoke against it with the Marriage Equality Act. So did Obama. So Democrats have actually done more to prevent marriage equality.
Oh, I don't
than
think
Trump
that
allowed
doesn't
trans to
matter.
compete
Like,
in
you shouldn't be
pageants.
wearing anything saying, "Ooh, Democrats."
No, I'm just saying, but that's
I know, but you're using it. as
But
like
don't
a
use
weird-
Trump as like an anti-trans. He's not. He's been
Oh
very
no, he is.
pro-trans.
And Trump is 100%
He's
anti-trans.
defended trans rights throughout his entire career,
Absolutely not.
including when he was the leader
If you
of Miss
choose-
Universe, including when he led Miss Universe.
If you choose to believe Trump is pro-trans, then
He's pro-trans.
you're delusional.
He's pro-trans.
Okay, you're delusional.
Look at his record when it comes to trans people,
I know.
and ignore the military ban because that was nonsense. He didn't want people using the military
No,
to
he was
transition.
probably straight.
That's all that was about.
And just
Well, look, thank you for your
right?
thoughts. We appreciate
No, I
it.
appreciate
There's
that
obviously a
you-
divide in America,
Oh yeah.
but we didn't raise our voices,
No, you're very
we didn't insult
respectful.
each
I
other.
appreciate that.
and I appreciate your insights. Thank
you for taking the
God bless.